Today on the Hangout, things get up close and personal in the finals. Durant finally gets his chip. Wanda steals the show. And Kevin goes, "Thank you for saving my life." Hangouts! Hey everybody, my name is Akil Augustine, and I am eternally disappointed the Golden State Warriors are the NBA champions, which means Kevin Durant gets a ring for running to California. I mean, whatever. Anyways, today's panel, you know him, you love him, is the producer of the Raptors broadcast, former Lakers fan, current Warriors fan, will jump on the bandwagon of any hot team that has a chance of winning a championship. Dan Gladman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm not a Warriors fan at all.
No, don't lie. You have a Warriors jacket in the closet.
But like all Raptors Nation, except you, I didn't want to see Cleveland, the team that beat the Raptors twice, go and win another title.
All right, well,
so
like all real G's around the world, we're not trying to see a man leave his squad and jump up with the kids that beat him down.
That happens all the time.
No, I don't know if it happens all the time.
Sure
hold on quickly. Broadcaster, producer, a good friend of ours, Jason Tom. How you doing?
Very good. Thank you for having me back.
You happy about this situation?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't want to
talk
talk
for the NBA.
All right, Evan Reese, filmmaker and a friend of the show. Evan, how do you feel about this debacle?
I'm bummed out. I'm fired up. How I was disappointed. I was upset. I felt sad when that game was over.
All right, it looks like it's just gonna be me and Evan talking today, but I got to throw something out
just
there. What do you
laugh
want,
at
Dan?
you.
What do you want? What do you want? Say it. What do you want?
Well, what do you want me to say? The Warriors look like one of the top 5 NBA teams of all time.
They look like guys with cheat codes in a video game. That's what they look like.
Sure, yeah, that's how good they are. That's
Okay.
how much they have changed the game of basketball with their
All right,
dominating style.
Let's take a step back. Seeing as how the last time we were on air, the series was 3-0. The series did turn at one point to be 3-1, and I think if we all remember, the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. But the Cavs got to win. Question is, after the Cavaliers win, Dan Gladman, did that change your expectation for this series at all? Actually, no, forget Dan. Jason, you.
No way. What the Cavs had to do to win that game, you knew that they weren't going to be able to repeat that.
49-point
three
first
more
quarter?
times. That's what I mean. It was a historic first quarter and historic first half. It was not good. What it did show, though, was what needs to be done to be able to beat this squad, but you knew it wasn't going to happen again. But that was one of the most exciting games that ended relatively in a blowout. It was still one of the most exciting games I'd seen in a long time.
Evan Reese.
What was the question again?
The question was, did you think that the tide changed when the Cavs stole the 4th game of the series?
The tide changed when Kevin Durant signed with the Golden State Warriors.
Thank you. That's a solid point. Dan,
You guys gonna whine? You got the two of you gonna whine about this the entire?
yeah,
30
pretty
minutes
much.
today?
I mean, what do you want us to do?
It's going to
Well,
improve
what do
the
you-
NBA.
what do I want
It's
you
an
to do?
arms
How is it
race
gonna
now.
improve the
Because
NBA?
it's an arms race now. Now the Cavs are going to have to go out and get someone, or LeBron's going to have to leave to go somewhere else to build anew. This is going to improve the NBA. If everything just stayed the same, the NBA would not get better. That's what's so great about the NBA is that it consistently gets better.
Do you actually think this is the first time this has happened? There was a graphic during the game.
The first time that one of the best players in
No.
the league
MVP.
got beat after being up 3-1 and then ran to the team that beat him, who had already won a championship and set a regular
that's
season
a
winning
minor
record.
aspect
yes,
of it.
It's
In
the
ni-
first
in
time
19
that has happened.
So
in
he had to-
1982,
Preach.
after the Sixers got swept in the finals, I was talking about this with our man Paul Jones last night. Watched the game with Jonesy. Yo, Jonesy.
doing shout out now.
Moses Malone
Shout out to KD.
joined the 76ers after being the MVP of the NBA in 82, left his team, went to the 76ers, and the Sixers swept the Lakers in the 83 finals. It has happened before. It will happen again, and you have to deal with it. Golden State's the best team in the league. They did it within the rules.
But did Moses Malone join the
Team that beat
MVP?
him.
So
the
where
team
was
that
he
beat him?
supposed to go? Where
Two
was
M-
KD
two
supposed to
MVPs.
go?
Washington? He's from Washington. They've got a stellar backcourt. Like, everything's on
but
the
you
up
know what?
and up over there.
Everybody likes to talk about on the floor, why KD left. How about off the floor? He got to work with Steve Nash. Jerry West is out there, one of the best coaches, and Steve Kerr,
Hey.
who's won so many different rings. He didn't go just because of what they were starting. Zaza Pachulia, like this wasn't a
Can I
team that
move
five.
this couch?
That wasn't one that 5 ways across. It's not like 5 players. They didn't have DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay, so
starting
anyways,
in the
Be a
middle.
sore loser about it.
It's amazing to me how upset
Listen to
people
me.
are about
Listen
this.
to me. I'm a certain type of individual. I consider myself a real dude. I do not rate that move, and you'll never, ever, ever, ever in your life get me to rate a move like that. I'm sorry. That's for you
Why
guys
was
to
it
do.
cool that LeBron went back to Cleveland?
LeBron
3
didn't
years
lose.
ago?
LeBron wasn't up 3-1 to the team and then go join the team. And he was up 3-1 against
So
and
what?
lost.
He's
you
in
guys
the
are
finals.
losing this.
He's in the finals
but
4 years in a
then
row,
you-
and he leaves his team.
But,
Why?
But you can't compare to someone
not a
that's
comparison.
it's different. It's different. It's different.
These same
yeah,
guys
it's-
beat you
Yeah.
as a competitor,
So
Dan.
what?
As a guy who goes to the run. Let's say you're
So?
playing 5-on-5 basketball. The team's dominating all night. One of their guys leaves. He has to go deal with his kids. Are you going to go join the team that's been dominating all night? Are you going to take those guys off the court?
The guy had a business opportunity to
All right, cool,
join
that's
the
great.
best team in the
Moving
league,
on.
and he took it.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
The Warriors are the champions. We all have to accept it. I don't know what this means for
Happily,
society
yeah.
at a greater level, but it can't be good. This reminds me when Trump won the White House.
It's
And
nothing
it's
like that.
it's
Let's,
on par.
great.
let's,
On par.
let's separate
That's
those.
past- that's
on par.
crossing the
I was thinking
line,
about this
dude.
last night.
You
On
just
par.
crossed the line.
Anyways, fake news. Anyways, is this what we have to look forward to for the next not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but maybe 5 years, Dan? Your boys out there?
Are you the host? Do we call you the host of this show?
I don't know. You call
Okay.
me a lot of things.
Okay, fake host.
Cool.
Look,
I'll take it.
There's a lot.
MVP.
There's a lot of things that can happen over the next, really, 2 months,
Yeah.
6 months, a year, 3 years. Cleveland can get better. LeBron can pack up, go somewhere else.
Do you believe yourself when you say this stuff? I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you believe this. Like,
So if they
what?
add Melo, if they add Paul George, like that's not going to even it up
It
again.
will not even it up, no, because
First
those
off-
guys don't buy into this
first
to
off,
the
those
team
guys-
system like KD did in Golden State.
So right there, just
can't
explain
happen.
to you why, like KD going to the Warriors didn't necessarily mean that that was going to succeed. He had to be the type of player to fit in and to succeed.
This is
so it's going to
fact.
force other players to do that same thing.
This is fact, but those other players won't get beaten by the guys that they're just about to join, like KD did. 2 MVPs together. They're like, it's like joining forces. It was insanity.
It's Voltron. Anyways,
Yeah.
listen.
Cleveland tanked for 3 years, to get #1 draft picks. They had 4
That's
#1
That's
draft
a model that's used across the NBA.
There's all kinds
Oh
of
my
scam
gosh.
jobs to build the best rosters.
The Warriors
in
have
the
done
league.
the same thing in the past. They tanked to get
And-
for draft picks.
And they deserve to be the champion right now. In Cleveland, there's all
anyways,
kinds
listen,
of stuff that they did behind the scenes too.
Kevin Durant is an NBA champion, and his mom
Yeah.
will let you know if you watch the post-game interviews. Look at me. Look at me.
Don't-
You are a champion. You are a champion.
It's the
Okay?
same as KG with anything's possible.
One of the all-time super weird moments
Very
in NBA
weird.
history. But here's my thing. Does the end justify the means? Does the way he went about, because even LeBron took a subtle shot. He said, hey, at the end of the day, they're going to say you're champion. It might not be the last thing they say about you, but they're going to say you're a champion. Does the end justify the means? I'll start with you, Jason.
Absolutely.
The end justifies the means.
If he wants to win a championship, some guys really don't care about winning a championship. KD was one of those guys that wanted to win a
I
title.
think everybody cares about
That's
winning a championship.
incorrect.
I think people just have better standards
Evan
of how they're
just
going to
said
win
himself
the
that there'll be some guys who don't go to his system to buy in. Superstars will add to teams like Melo.
Yeah.
If Melo goes to the Clippers to play with Chris Paul and everybody they have there, that does not necessarily mean that's going to become a super team because Melo's not the type of player to do that sort of thing. It's different with everybody.
First,
Okay,
first round exit.
I got to
Exactly.
wrap it up there, but we have more to come here on Dan Gladman professes his love for Kevin
Are
Durant.
you gonna whine the whole?
You gotta
rest of
extend
the
the
show?
show.
Listen, bro, hey, let's check out this footage of the fake champions with the fake champagne in the fake
Wow.
locker room. I'm not rating it. I don't
Fake
care. I don't
host.
care. What are you
Haterade.
gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to me?
probably
Like, the
fake
guy can't even open the bottle. Come on, bro. That's not real. It's not a. I'm done. Yo, at Nike, that commercial Nike sent out.
4
I don't agree with
'1
it either.
draft
Great
picks in
track.
Fund this
15
whole
years.
movement.
And they
All
still
right.
can't win. the
ODB.
title.
Cavs.